Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com, and this will be an analysis of some of the most popular futures markets out there for traders. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you are someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And real quick, before I get to the charts, I'm running a special contest right now, just the way things kind of boil down. But if you are somebody that helps me push me over a threshold with Take Profit Trader, who I personally use as my prop firm trader, as a futures trader, then they'll give me $150,000 accounts, which I'm going to give out to the people that help me push me over the threshold. So if you're either, looking to need to reset an account, maybe you're looking to give Take Profit Trader a try, whatever the situation is, you might as well go now, throw your hat in the ring, and see if you can walk away with a free $150,000 account. So just use the link up above that you see, or just use code CLAY, C-L-A-Y, at checkout. And you can see right here, and also make sure to use that code because the prices that you see here will be 50% off. So that's part of the promotion. So all these, being 50% off. And then here's the key thing. After you purchase, send me an email to Clay, C-L-A-Y, at claytrader.com, because that way I'll know that you purchased, and I can look at what time you purchased and see if you were the person that helped push me over that threshold. And if you are, you'll be one of the people that get a free $150,000 account. So like I said, if that's something that you were thinking of doing anyways and needing to reset accounts, then definitely make the purchase and send me an email to Clay at claytrader.com. All right, first off, one clarification. I'll be using the 1 hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here, depending on how new you are to charts, but each one of these candlesticks represents 1 hour's worth of time. So first market we'll look at is the NQ, and as a reminder, if you do the MNQ, then everything I talk about here can still be applied because they're the same product, just at different scales. But overall, though, if you've watched past videos, then you're probably noticing, as far as the levels that I've mapped out, we are officially in this sideways range over the past couple of sessions. Price has not been able to do anything when it gets anywhere close to the 773 area up there. And then whenever it gets down to this 385-ish range, you can see once again today didn't hit it exactly, but got down in the general area. It has once again held strong. So right now, just some choppiness, but of course, there's plenty of money that can be made within the choppiness itself. But just from a overarching standpoint, the NQ very clearly in a sideways market right now. And those would be the two key levels that a lot of people are watching. So none of this is like a great discovery on my part. And I make that comment because when a lot of people are watching the same levels and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movement. So keep an eye on that. Although the one thing that I'm curious about for my own personal trading is let's see what happens with this trend line right there. So change that to green, make it a little bit different. So let's see if the price comes down here. Could that be a leading indicator, especially if it's a strong volume break of that trend line? Would that be a leading indicator that the price is not only getting ready to come down to that level, but break down below it? I could see that being a very realistic possibility. But of course, if the price curls back upwards, then it's definitely still curious about that overarching level right there. But as of right now, sideways action here with the NQ, but we'll see how it goes in the next session. Next one here, the ES, and I think this is going to be a common theme within a lot of these, is just putting in some lower trend lines that you got to think a lot of people will be watching. I mean, check that level out. Again, no special talent on my part. Got to think a lot of people have noticed how the price has just bounced off that area. So by using that point and that point, I mean, beautiful. And even right here, price pulled back, but still respecting it. So if the price comes down here, completely valid to think, hey, I think it could bounce from there. Of course, there's no guarantees. That's why risk management matters. But nobody could accuse you of being irrational and just doing things randomly to think that the price could bounce off of that trend line right there when it's already got quite the track record of doing so. But in the event it does fall through there, that could very well be the gate that opens up the bearish momentum and causes, a deeper pullback here. And on the flip side of things, if the price comes back up, still dealing, and this will mean more to those of you that have watched the past videos, but I've been talking about this resistance zone here, and you can see as of right now, price is still just dealing with that area. The beginning of the resistance zone right there at 106, top of the resistance zone up there right around 122. So, I want to get overly excited about any sort of upwards movement until, like I said, the price can clear that zone. But in my opinion, at least the most interesting dynamic moving into the next session is all about that trend line. Next one here, looking at the YM, and once again, the level holds strong right up here at the 153 mark. You can see there was a couple of temporary breaks up through there, but nothing that the bears didn't automatically kind of just drain the momentum from, and now back down it's come. But once more, got to think that everybody and their brother's uncle continues to watch that level, and it's just continuing to wonder, can the price get actually a break, and will that be the break that finally generates that much more buying pressure. So a very straightforward technical level there, like I said, that you probably were watching that level anyways. As far as supports are concerned, again, nothing new here, still about 735 mark. Got somewhat close to it right there, never really tested it. But like the NQ, right now just chopping around, going sideways. And do we have a lower trend line here? I mean, we have a somewhat of a lower trend line. I don't think it's as attractive as, well, I take that back. That's actually more attractive than what I thought based on the naked eye test. So if the price comes down here, then like the NQ, I would say a high volume break of that trend line right there gives it not a guarantee, but gives it a good likelihood probability that the price not only tests those lower or tests these lows here, but maybe even puts in new lows. But as of now, with the big bounce recovery here, really more so a question of can the price finally break through that resistance. So let's see with the next session. We're now moving into the commodities market and into oil, more specifically crude oil here CL. And yes, for those of you that have been watching, you know that we've been tracking that trend line right there, and rightfully so. You can see quite the crazy movement right here. Price came up here, small little break above that level, and then just like that, boom, the bears once again smacked it back down. So this pattern remains in play. And to give some credits to this lower part of the pattern, for the most part, has held strong. I'm going to adjust it down a little bit now that we have more data. And technically speaking, yes, I know the price did drop down to that area, but just trying to find kind of a middle ground. But right now, I mean, it made the big move up. It tried to be strong, but this trend line here continues to just be a massive thorn in the side of the bulls over these past few sessions. And the level to continue to watch from the support standpoint, right around that 72.25 mark. And you don't want to see further separation. Right here, it got some separation, but didn't very last long, and back up it went. But if the price comes down here and then separates even further, well, that would just be just another sign that this current movement here, this current descending triangle, is just getting more continuation to the downside. But yeah, definitely an interesting candle here. Can the price maybe make another attempt at that trend line? We'll see what happens. And now moving into the precious metals and gold, GC, and wow, absolutely monster move here. In fact, all these levels that I drew previously, I mean, they look kind of silly being all the way down here when the price is all the way up here. But yeah, these were actually all relevant yesterday. But now, not so much. I'm just going to get rid of those, and we'll start afresh here. And we have, I think this might be all-time highs. Pretty sure it is. But regardless, in the very near term now, we have ourselves a nice little bull pennant pattern. So let me get that drawn into play, change that to green to represent support. And then just to help make it easier to see, let's keep it one color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the upwards move there, put the golf hole down here. And this would be, like I said, a bull pennant pattern. Now, just because something's bullish does not mean for sure guaranteed it's going to go up. But is it valid? Is it, possible that if the price comes up here and pushes up through there, that break in and of itself could create additional buying pressure? That is certainly a plausible scenario. So keep an eye on the bull pennant. And then really, if it does break through, because it's all-time highs, you just got to use your gut instincts on that. Any sort of bigger pullback, you'll want to watch the purple line right there, 50-period moving average, keyword being moving. So as time goes by, that line is going to continue to move itself higher and higher. But all things considered, impressive move here for gold. Got the bull pennant headed into the next session, so we'll see what happens. So that wraps up the analysis, but before you go, I want to personally invite you to get signed up for my private community that has a lot of quality futures traders in it. Now, it's not free, but I say that because it's amazing what $99 will do as a filter to serve or to filter out the riffraff, the drama queens, the trolls, all that. Amazing what that'll do to just bring in serious traders. So if you are looking to be serious with your tradings and futures and you want to surround yourself with other serious futures traders, then definitely consider checking out claytrader.com/team. And that's not $99 per month. That's $99 for every 3 months. So if you do the math, it breaks down to $8.25 per week. So as I always say, very confident that every week you'll get at least $8.25 worth of value. So like I said, check it out if you're looking for a community, and more so a serious community within your futures trading. And also, again, if you want to get into the context let me actually put that up right now, but if you want to get into the contest to potentially win a free $150,000 account, make sure you go to that link. And then after you purchase, send your confirmation email that you get from Take Profit Trader to clay@claytrader.com. And we'll see if you are one of them that wins the $150,000 account. So thanks for watching. If you appreciate these, if you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button.